Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and blessing to the sincere brothers out there of the house of David, the Bayat Dawadah being raised up in these last days. And real quick, before I start this lesson, I'm going to play this video right quick. Give me a second. There we go.
This is the logo of the Earth Summit. This is not a dove in their Earth Summit logo. It is a hand. And the hand is holding the world with the slogan, "In our hands," alongside of it. In whose hands? Who is the we in this motto? The hands of the world order. These elitists convened this unsaid meeting in the first place, and for a bad purpose, for a bad purpose, for a bad purpose, for a bad purpose.
It's a United Nations plan. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century.
It is the agenda for the 21st century you're living in today. For a brave new world where everything that you cherish and held true will no longer exist.
It is the inventory and control plan. Inventory and control of all land, all water, all minerals, all plants, all animals, all construction, all means of production, all food, all energy, all information, and all human beings in the world.
Agenda 21 defines itself as a comprehensive plan of action to be taken globally, nationally, and locally by organizations of the United Nations systems.
It also elevates nature above man. And it contains something called the precautionary principle, where basically you're guilty until you're proven innocent.
Sustainable development is the philosophy designed to bring human beings across the globe under the full control of a narrow human elite.
It's a 40-chapter document to basically control the world. It's based entirely on socialist control mechanisms.
And so many of us around the world think that sustainable development, it just sounds so great. Isn't it about recycling and creative reuse and creating energy and food resources for everyone? And the answer is no. It really is not. It's about moving populations into city centers, concentrated city centers, and clearing them out of the rural areas.
Sustainable developers have designed a global movement coordinated through a global to local action plan to create world government in accordance with certain objectives. These objectives include an end to national sovereignty, the abolition of private property, the restructure of the family unit, and increasing limitations and restrictions on mobility and individual opportunity.
And this is how it's implemented on the ground, is through this joining together between corporations, non-governmental organizations, and governments in order to cut out the actual individual, your voter, and instead to take that to a level where we literally cannot penetrate. And this is the goal. So this is already far progressed in Europe.
The green goal includes the listings of what's not sustainable. A couple of examples include private property,
728 lists fossil fuels,
golf courses and ski lodges are not.
consumerism,
Irrigation is not sustainable.
paved roads,
Commercial agriculture,
herbicides, pesticides. Elsewhere, it lists farmlands.
Alright, and as y'all can see, that's the agenda of the elites of Esau Edom. Alright, this is what the future holds, and this is the end game of the elites of Esau Edom, and this is what they're trying to orchestrate, and we can clearly see it being pushed out there, man. Alright, so the first scripture that I'm going to get, let's get, hold on one second, I got it right here. Let's get Revelations. Let's get Revelations chapter 12. All right, because if you understand this dragon comprises of the Roman Empire, okay, and Esau has been at war with the saints from the foundations of the earth. If you look back at Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau, so the last hoorah that these Edomites are trying to push out there is what? The New World Order, their agenda, okay, and the ones that are really standing in the way is Jacob. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Our nation, Esau understands that we are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and so the ones that they're gunning for really are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the ones that actually stand a chance against this damn devil. Okay, so when he brings this thing down the pipe, the ones that he's going to be coming for are the Hebrew Israelites. Now, this is Revelations chapter 12, and let me start at verse 13, and it reads, "And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she shall fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and a time, and a times and a half." Okay? And that's talking about America. Because right now, even though we're still slaves, we're still laborers, Jake is still being treated good over here, man. You know, Jake still has a good. You even got some Jakes that done sold out to Esau, Edom. You know, they're living in plus mansions. All right, they got good jobs. All right, so we're being nurtured in this place. And it says, "For a times and a times and the times that I have from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away in the flood. And the woman helped and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach." So this is a spiritual war that we're in, and the horns of Esau and Edom is being lifted up. All right, and the Lord is putting the spirit upon this damn devil to come with great wrath, because he sees the prophets out here on the highways and byways prophesying, and let him know that he's at the end of his rulership. Okay, and we still got a lot of our people that still don't know what's going on, even though we're in 2020. This truth has been pushed out there throughout the 4 corners of the earth. We still have some of our people that are still asleep, but we're approaching the time of Jacob's trouble, and we're seeing the birth pains of the earth. Okay, and she's clearly showing us that the elect are ready to be delivered, man. I just seen a video on GMS Dallas. All right, the elder Yasharumba, he just reposted a video about a lake turning blood red. All right, we got earthquakes in diverse places. We got the upwards of the people. These are clearly signs that Matthew 24 talked about, that are going to lay the way of Yahweh Shai returning. All right, but before that can happen, this earth is going to experience a great time of trouble that it never experienced. See, this time of trouble is going to far surpass slavery. It's going to far surpass 70 AD, when the temple was ransacked, okay, by the Romans. It's going to far surpass any time on this planet Earth. It's going to be so bad. And these, at least they show it in their movies. They put it out there right in front of your eyes for you to see. But our people, they can't see it. But, you know, our duty as the prophets and as the teachers, us that are in the know, we're supposed to come out here and prophesy and preach to our people and teach our people, warn our people. Because even though we have the majority of our people that are not going to take heed to this word, the elect are still out there. All right, the elect are going to have eyes to see and ears to hear, and they're going to get themselves ready for the great day of the Lord. All right. So that was a little video. I don't know if you've seen it. Hey, Shalom, Amanya Ben Yahweh. Shalom. Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen that video. So that video was going into the agendas, Agenda 21. And if you know what Agenda 21 is going into all the different components that's going to comprise of the New World Order, okay? They got the Georgia Guidestones, which they're trying to depopulate the population under a certain number, which is 500 million, I believe. All right, and you got this thing with the pestilence. You know, I want you guys to watch that movie Pandemic. All right, because as the Lord has his own prophecies, Esau has his prophecies as well. So he's trying to cut the number of the earth to a certain percentage. Okay, and this is what is going to roll out his New World Order. All right. Yeah, let me get 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Verse 1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, to the Lord. See, our people, they think we're just coming out here and we're saying these things out of our own mouth. They don't see the severeness of what we're saying. You see, this thing is not beneficial to Jake. Why? Because Jake has a good job. Jake has, that fine bitch with the big booty that he can go to and smash. Jake has all these conveniences in Babylon the Great. So he doesn't see how the words that we're preaching is beneficial to him. He doesn't see the long-term goal of what's going to happen. Alright, because our people, they have to see to believe. They want that microwavable shit. Alright, and this is what's going to cause their destruction. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So none of these prophecies are going to go out void. They're faithful and true. The Lord said if he's writes something, he's going to do it. The Lord's not a man that he should lie. Alright, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And that word incredulity, it means their unbelief. And a lot of our people are going to be, they're not going to believe in this truth, man. They're going to come against you, but that's really to test your integrity if you're going to hold on to this faith that you have. Because this faith and this belief that we have is what's going to get us through the times that are coming upon this planet Earth. All right, and this is not to put fear in your heart. If you're of the Lord's elect, then you're going to be rejoicing. Because this is what we've been waiting for. This is, starting from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, they have been prophesying for over 30 years. And we're actually starting to see these prophecies manifest. Alright, the Apostle Tahar, he coined this year the year of prophecy, and we're actually seeing that, man. Okay, so this is really the time to rejoice, and really the time to get serious, man. If you haven't been doing the work, if the Spirit's on you, you should go out there and start teaching, man. The scriptures say, put on off day by day. For the terror of the Lord is going to come upon you in your security. Alright? The Lord's not joking around, man. Our people are joking around, but the Lord's not. Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And those are plagues, man. Those are plagues. These are different plagues that are going to take these people out. Alright, in our everyday life, we see people out here, they're just blinded to the fact, man. And really, the spirit of Babylon has consumed these people. They're not looking past this place. Their minds are completely consuming this place, man. Like I said in my other video, they're thinking that their houses are continuous. See, Becky and Rob are thinking about how they're going to expand their business. Becky and Rob, they're thinking about how they're going to send their kids to college. Alright, and really Esau is true, man. I'm not even talking about Esau, okay? Because the majority of these Edomites, these six-pack Joe, these average Edomites that work 9 to 5, they don't have a damn clue what's going on. Some of them might come across our videos and might, ask questions, but they don't have a damn clue what's going on. I'm talking about Jake, man. The Lord said he's going to start at his sanctuary first. So Jake is really going to feel the terror of the Lord. See, they don't want to take heed right now. They want to put it off, but the Lord is going to make him feel it. You can't just say, go away, Yahweh Shin Yahshai. I seen the video of Boozy Badass, this little nigga right here that gave the Lord the finger. The Lords were going to kill that dude, man. Alright? And this is the mindset that our people are in. Even some of our people in this truth. They really don't believe in this truth. Alright? They really think that the Lord is not going to bring the things that he says he's going to do upon this planet Earth. We even got different camps teaching false doctrine. IUIC, Bishop Nate saying that Jacob's trouble is not going to take place. His congregation is going to be in for a rude awakening, man. Alright? Verse 6, it says, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cries unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And when you go to Ezekiel chapter 7, it talks about go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and put a mark. Now mark is the mark of the Tawah, okay, the Holy Spirit, upon the men that are crying and sighing, because of all the abominations that are happening in the midst thereof. You see? And By us doing these videos, we're crying and sighing to the Lord, and this is why the Lord is shortening the days. When you really think about it, man, these days are being shortened. You know, you go to work, you come home. You should really have a simple lifestyle. You should have a simple schedule. Go to work, do your business, and come home. You shouldn't be out here running about, being in this huge crowds, man. All right, because with this plague going around, they're trying to basically build containment centers. All right, and if you're in a huge place like a mall or something like that, and then they shut that mall down, well, you're trapped. You see what I mean? So you gotta be in your house. Really, most of the time, you really gotta be by yourself. This journey of ours is gonna be lonely, man. All right. Verse 9, it says, "And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them." All right. So now, how the Lord's going to do that? Well, he's going to send his sword, as King David said, his sword upon the land. All right. And Esau is the one that's going to kick off Jacob's trouble, man. Let's get Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, "Rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." It says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time." All right, and that devil is the so-called white man, starting with the elites of Esau, Edom. All right, the chief dukes of Esau, Edom, which is these Amalekites, man. All right, these so-called Jews that run everything, that control everything, man. They're the ones that are gonna kick off these plagues and kick off Jacob's trouble. All right, we're really looking at the coronavirus, and we see how it's expanding. It went from the land of Moab, it went to the land, really to the United States, and it's going to these different places, man. All right, because these elite, they have patents that they're pushing out there to try to reduce the population. Okay, and this is what is really gonna kick off Jacob's trouble. Okay, I'll read that one more time. "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." So we're rejoicing because we only got the victory. All right, the elect already got the victory. But it says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time." This is what Jake doesn't understand. Jake is holding hand with Esau, Edom, not knowing that this devil is about to bring his destruction. All right, the Lord is using his left hand sword to bring destruction upon our people, because our people don't want to take heed. See, our people don't want to listen. The scriptures say that the Lord has sent his prophets waking up early in the morning to a rebellious and gainsaying people. All right. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. And let's get Ezekiel, and I believe that's Ezekiel chapter. Let me see. Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 12. Let's get that real quick. Yeah, our people are rebellious people, man. Rebellious people. That's why you shouldn't even be trying to argue with Jake. Jake ain't gonna get it, man. The scripture saying in Isaiah chapter 6, the Lord had put a blindfold. You got spirits out here that are blinding our people, so they won't take heed. So when that day comes, they're gonna be destroyed, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 9, and it says, "Son of man, has not the house of Israel, the rebellious house, said unto thee, What doest thou? Say unto them, Thus to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, this burden concerneth the prince in Jerusalem and all the house of Israel that are among them. Say, I am your sign, like as I have done, so it shall be done unto them. They shall remove and go into captivity." All right, and so we're the prophets, we're a sign, we're a spectacle unto the nations. When we're out there standing on the highways and byways, people, they look at us, they think we're crazy, they think we just some delusional, guy that just woke up one day and just decided to go out there. No, man. The scripture said the Spirit of the Lord is upon me to preach glad tidings. But there's two aspects to this truth as well. It's not just, you can't just preach about one side, about the kingdom and the spiritual power and all that. You got to preach about the bad things that are coming upon this planet Earth, man. All right. Let me jump down to verse 22. It says, "Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision filleth?" And this is Jake. This is the mentality of Jake, man. All right. Jake is like, when Jake is not judged, Jake really he doesn't give respect to the Lord. But when Jake gets in the bundle, then he decided to give respect to the Lord, man. All right, this is the mentality of our people. And it says, "Tell them therefore, thus to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai." All right, and you can see by the actions of some dudes that are even in this truth, they really don't think that the Lord's gonna come back, man. Dudes are not even doing videos. All right, dudes not even doing the work. Their mind are not focused on the truth. Their minds are really in Babylon the Great, but they put on an act as if they're really in the truth. You can't serve the world and serve the Lord, man. All right, and this is why the Lord is snatching spirits from certain dudes. And you can clearly see that. All right, they might act like they're still in the truth. They might hide behind the banner of being behind groups. But the Lord has a mark on your ass, man. You can't hide from the Lord. All right, the Lord is sifting the house of Israel. You know what I'm saying? He's taking the spirit off of God's, man. That's a scary thing. That's a scary thing, man. Because we're approaching the end, and the Lord, he's taking the undesirables out of this truth, man. All right. It says, "Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesies of the time that are far off." You don't even got to say it, man. Your actions prove that you really don't believe in the Lord. And that's why when the Lord actually starts bringing the judgment, which he's bringing now, all right? But when these judgments actually start to increase and increase, well, those that really were not in the truth, those that really did not have the spirit, they're going to be left out here. They're going to die, man. It's simple as that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord doesn't have to kill you, all right? He can just take the spirit off you, which really you're spiritually dead. But the only thing that's left for you is to be physically marked for death, all right? It says, "Therefore say unto them, thus to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, there should none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai." All right? And the words of the Lord is coming to pass, man. It's coming to pass. All right. Let me jump down real quick. All right, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draws nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right, because everybody can say, they're your friends and shit like that right now. But you're going to see the actual nature of these people when there's no food, when you don't have food trucks going to your local neighborhoods, man, to your local food stores. All right? These people have been being fattened up for the kill. The Lord basically made it like that for a reason, man. These people, they eat 3 times a day. When it's their birthday, they eat. When they have a meeting, they eat. When they first wake up, they eat. All they do is eat, because Babylon is a place where you can basically indulge in your lust, all right? But the Lord did that for a reason, so when he really cuts the resources off this place, these people are going to be in for a rude awakening, all right? And they're going to turn one against another. You see, cannibalism is coming back, all right? See, people are going to turn up, getting gangs, fight against one another. All these things are coming back, man. You see? It said, "For there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the courts or their actions shall stand in their power." Yeah, they're not going to have any mercy upon little kids, man. All right? When you read Ezekiel chapter 9, it says, "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and smite. Don't let your eyes spare." So the Lord's going to have spirits of vengeance out here that are going to be killing a lot of our people, man. Men, women, children, it don't matter. All right? It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And these people are proud, man. These people are proud. Every time me and the brother go to camp, you can just see the look on these people, man. That's why when they come up to us and try to ask some stupid-ass questions, we get to the point, man. Babylon's going to be destroyed, and you're going to be destroyed right along with it. All right, and these demons that are on these people, like, oh, just keep going, man. You don't want to hear what these guys got to say. Just keep going. You see, these guys don't. They really don't want to hear what we got to say. This is gonna cause them to commit suicide. This is gonna shatter the reality, man. Because these people are living in a delusion. All right. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, man. And that the perfect example of that is the movie with Denzel Washington. All right. I forgot the name of that movie where you had the Bible. Well, you can clearly see a post-apocalyptic type of society where people, they don't even care, man. They're gonna kill one another, man. They're gonna gang up. All right. And they can turn against one another, even friends and families, man. That's what the scripture said, man's own foe should be of his own household. So anyone that's not in this truth, all right, is a possible agent. It's a possible spy. You see? That's why you shouldn't be with everybody else that's not in this truth, man. Really, the only people that you should be with is really by yourself in this truth, man. You and your personal relationship with Yahweh Shin Yahushai. That's what you should be building up for the days to come. All right? Not trying to seek the likes of men. Not trying to seek the likes of anybody else, man. And Shalom, Yahweh Shin Yahushai Barakatah, Harmon 1. Verse 20, it says, behold, said the Lord, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. All right, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosoms. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Right, man, because this is the controversy of Zion. The Lord is going to repay back to ones that have destroyed his people. All right, the ones that we have reaped and we have sowed and they have reaped our benefits. Okay, we're still perpetual slaves to this very day, man. But there's payback in the Bible, and this is what we're preaching. You see? That gives us faith, man. That gives us hope. The one that did that to us, they're going to be repaid back. You know, a lot of these Edomites are going to die, man. A lot of these Edomites are going to perish. All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And let me start at verse. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto Egypt and Syria. Gird yourself up with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. Right, man, because these kings and these different nations, Donald Trump is a perfect person to set up these different things that are going to happen, okay? Donald Trump is going to cause something to happen which is going to ignite a race war, all right? And it's already happening in the midst of what we're seeing, man. As we're preaching this truth, the spirit of Esau is coming out and the spirit of Jacob is coming out, man. All right? This truth is separating the different nation, the nation of Esau and the nation of Israel. All right? It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? You can't drive away the plagues that the Lord is bringing upon this place, man. You know, Donald Trump talks about the perpetual prophets of doom. All right, and he's talking about, you know, America's waters are the best tasting water as it's ever been. All right, the economy is actually flourishing. What does that matter, man? The Lord's still gonna bring the plagues upon this place. Okay, that is not gonna stop the hand of the Lord. No matter what Esau does, he can't stop these prophecies from coming to pass, man. No matter how many of our people don't believe in this truth, they can't stop the prophecies from coming to pass. All right. It says, may any man drive away an hungry lying in the wood, or may one quench the fire in stubble, for when it has begun to burn. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sends the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? All right, so we get with the program, man. All right, we came in this truth. We woke up to who we were, and we started doing the works, man. All right. And repenting and having faith and trust in the Lord that he will deliver us in the time of trouble. Okay? Let me jump down to verse 17. Now, this is the prophet Ezra's, you know, he was going into, woe is me, who's going to deliver me from those days, because Israel was given a vision of the days that we're living in. We're slowly approaching, okay? And he's seen that it was so horrendous. He's seen so many dead bodies that he was like, well, I'm going to be back here in a reincarnation in these last days, so who's going to deliver me? Okay? It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginnings of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Right, man, the Lord is going to send these last scourges upon our people. Because the Lord understands that Jake is not going to get it. Pursuant to Isaiah chapter 1, why should you be stricken more and more? The whole head is sick. So the Lord's just going to take Jake out, man, in the most horrendous way. Alright? It says, for all these things they shall not turn from the wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Right? And you got Jake making memes about World War III, making memes about, the things that are happening upon the earth, man. Jake is not in a serious mind. Our people really don't care. Our people are really gone, man. They're really demons, and they have to be put out their misery. You see? They have to be put out their misery. The Lord has no use for you 2/3, man. Alright? It says, behold, the victuals shall be so good cheap upon the planet earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that shall escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So you can't escape the judgment of the Lord. Alright, the Lord is bringing these things upon Babylon the Great. If you're meant to be destroyed, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Alright, just like that movie, Final Destination. That was one of my favorite movies, back then. Those characters, if they were meant to die, they were gonna die, man. They can't escape the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. You see, you can't hide behind this pretense of looking like you're righteous when you're really wicked. Okay, the Lord sees all that. The Lord said He knows the minds of men. He knows the ones that are sincere and is true and the ones that are not, man. Alright? And it's all going to be manifested in the days that are coming, man. We're approaching those days. It's not going to be, 20, 30, 20, 40. No, man. Lord willing, this is the year that we actually get out of here, but we're approaching those days. Alright? When you see this coronavirus outbreak, when you see all these different things start to happen, the scripture says, lift up your head because our redemption draws nigh. Alright? It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide himself in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Because you're gonna have some militia Christians out here, man. You even got some guys prepping up, getting their foods, alright, that they're in that doomsday type of spirit, and they're gonna be living in the wilderness. You see? A lot of people that are living in these cities, they're gonna be put in quarantine camps. They're gonna be put in FEMA camps. Alright? And they're gonna be re-educated, alright, to fit the agenda for the New World Order. Okay, and this is why ultimately Esau wants to bring out that microchip, that NFC chip, to chip the people, to reprogram the people to accept the New World Order. Alright? But the saints, the elect, we're going to have to go through that, man. We don't know what our situation is going to be. We don't know how we're going to maneuver through that, but we do know that the Lord is going to guide us through all that, man. Alright? And this is the faith that you got to have. The Lord's going to guide you. And that faith starts right now. What are you doing for the Lord right now? Okay? Guys think that they can just sit on their leaves and then just lay back and be protected by the Lord. The Lord's going to destroy you, man. Alright? The Lord's going to destroy you. How do you show your faith to the Lord? How do you show that you really want to make it, man? We know that our works are not going to save us, but you show your faith by your works. Okay? It says, for of a city there should be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide himself in thick groves and the clefts of the rocks. Right, they're going to be hiding in these different places, man. Okay? As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are there are left 3 or 4 olives, or as when a vineyard is gathered and there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there should be 3 or 4 left by them that search the houses with the sword. Right, man. Okay, like the book of Eli, they're gonna gang up. They're gonna be searching. When people lose food, when people don't have any law and order, well, they tend to act like beasts. All right, and this is exactly what's gonna happen. Many movies depict this idea, the purge. Okay, the road. Many ideas, man. Okay, many movies. It says the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right? Because a lot of our people are going to be shifted off to World War III. Jake don't understand it, but you're a slave to Esau, Edom. All right? And you're going to be shifted off to World War III. Now the Lord is going to protect his elect, of course. Of course, we're not going to go to World War III. But 2/3 of Jake out here, they're going to be shifted off, man. And they're not going to return. They're going to die in them wars. Okay? Because ultimately, they're being sent to fight for Esau, and they're going to be fighting against Yahushua. All right? They're not going to return. Okay? It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth pains compass her wombs, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. These people are going to know the Lord in these last days, man. Okay? You're going to know the Lord. Because right now when the prophets are out there, they have the liberty to scoff at us and mock. They have the liberty to just walk by us and not take heed, man. But the Lord is going to force these people to recognize his power. Okay, but it's going to be too late to repent. And that's why the famine of the word is taking place all at the same time. The Lord is pulling back his word from the internet. Brothers' videos are being taken down, their channels. We're being demonized by Esau, Edom. And this is all according to prophecies, man. Okay, because the Lord, he's not going to have his servants out there in the time of Jacob's trouble. Because the jobs of the servants have been fulfilled. The word has been preached out there. Okay. Hey, Shalom, Maki. How about Shin Yashar, Brakatha, GMS, and Durham Branch? Alright. Well, this is it, man. We're at the last quarter, and we're at the last days of the prophecies being fulfilled, man. Alright, so this is Daniel's chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, who is standing for the children of thy people. And it shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. It's going to be so bad out here that the Lord, his chief prince and his chief commander is going to have to stand up. Okay? Because the scripture say that the righteous are going to be scarcely safe. So we're going to need spiritual intervention. That's why the Lord is going to raise up brothers to have spiritual power. Okay? To defend the rest of the elect. Okay? Alright, so that's basically the point right there. Let me read that one more time. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince who is standing for thy children of thy people, and it shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people should be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. So who are the ones that are going to be saved? Well, everyone that's going to be found written in the book, which is the elect. And we understand that this is a predestinated thing. You can't will yourself to be a man of the Lord. You can't will yourself to have the spirit, man. You either have it or you don't. Alright? And this is why we say get this truth now while you can. Let's get Zephaniah real quick. Yeah, man, get this truth while you can, man. The scripture said that the truth is going to be the stability of our times. Alright? This is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, gather yourselves together, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth. Right? We're supposed to seek the Lord. How do you seek the Lord? By seeking his prophets. The Lord said he's going to do nothing but show us his secrets unto his prophets. And that's the real man of the Lord. We got some false prophets out here that are going to appear as sheep, but they're really wolves in sheep's clothing. So you got to have a spirit of discernment. Okay? You got to examine what a man is teaching. You got to examine if the man is really in the spirit, how much he's pushing in these last days. That's how you understand for men of the Lord, man. Okay? Alright, it says, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness, and maybe you should be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Okay? And we're that's what we're doing these things for. We're not doing these things to look like, like we're boasting or anything like that. We're doing these things to work out our own salvation, and because we rejoice in doing these things, man. Alright, this is the only thing that's important in these last days, pushing the word of the Lord. That's the only thing that's important, man. And we're trying to glorify the Lord to the best of our ability. Alright? Alright, let me get yeah, man, pretty much I got the point, man. Okay, I don't want to be a dead horse. Let me get one more precept. So the days of evil are at hand, and how can you withstand that? By seeking the Lord while he may be found. I believe that's Isaiah 65. Alright. Alright, so this is Isaiah chapter 65, and I'm going to start at verse, let me start at verse 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and furnish that the drink offering unto that number. So 2/3 of Israel, they have really given their minds unto this beast system. So when the day of the Lord comes, they're not going to be ready, man. 2/3 of Israel, they're going to take that microchip. Okay, they're going to accept Esau's New World Order. Alright? Because the prophets have been here, and we've been telling them, that the devil is going to bring these things to pass, but they haven't taken heed. We're going to have some of our people in this truth that are going to take that microchip, man. Okay? Because not everybody that's in this truth is really the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. The Lord's only dealing with a small sanctuary. Okay? It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus to the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. And thus why I name the video, the deliverance of the elect. Okay? Because even though these plagues are going to come upon the earth, there's going to be a small number that's going to be saved out of that. Okay? It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And this is what keeps us going. Alright, this is what comforts our spirits, man, because the Lord told us that he's going to protect us, and he's going to nourish us in the time of Jacob's trouble. Now, we don't know how the Lord's going to do that, but he's going to do it, man. That's where your faith comes in. That's when your trust comes in. Alright? And it says, and you shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. Alright? So the Lord's going to protect his elect in these last days, man. And that's only going to be 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Matter of fact, let me get Zechariah real quick. Alright, this is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. Right, and we're going to have to go through that fire. Bishop Nate talks about we ain't going to have to go to Jacob's trouble. We're going to have to go to it, man. And some of the elect, they're going to be put to death. They're going to be martyred for this truth. But they have already received their crowns. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to have a special spirit upon his men. And this is how you're gonna know who the Lord's dealing with. Alright, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 says, then shall it be known who are my elect. Because they're going to be put through that fire, but they're going to come out as gold. Alright, shining brighter and brighter. Okay? It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So that's 2 parts of Israel. And that makes up the majority of our people. That's a huge number. That's not going to make it. But the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. So you got to know the name of the Lord, okay? I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. All right? So that's pretty much it, man. You know what I'm saying? We're moving to the end of this thing, man. Jacob's troubles are right around the corner. All right, and it's gonna be known more and more through the Spirit who the Lord's dealing with, man. Who His men are by how much they're pushing these last days. All right, aside from all the bullshit, man. You know, guys talk about their jobs, they talk about their families, they talk about the hell they're going through. Well, the Lord is the one that controls all that. The scripture says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and these things shall be added unto you. But guys, they really don't trust in the Lord. They really don't trust in the Lord because they weren't given that spirit, man. Okay, they let the spirit of Babylon consume them. Okay, so the Lord is the one that's doing those things in these last days, man. Okay, and you know if a man's of the Lord by how much he's pushing and the spirit that he has in these last days, man. All right, so that's pretty much all I have. You know what I'm saying? I pray that was edifying. The water for all you brothers tuning in. Yeah, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Makakwadash. Until the next time I say, Shalom.